Alright, now that we have imported assets into the project, it's time we focus on level design. So let's get started. Now, to place assets into your viewport, all you have to do is drag and drop the asset anywhere you want, and that's it. Now we're going to place this at 0, 0, 0, so it's at the dead center of the scene. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a floor to this, so that'll be a plane, and we can set that location to 0, 0, 0 as well, and change the scale to 100 and roughly position it somewhere at the bottom of the platform. That looks pretty good. Now we have a few trees here, so we can drag and drop those trees. And then this rocks. Now you don't have to be too picky about the position, whatever feels right to you. Maybe one over here. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Now don't worry about the colors. We're gonna get rid of all these materials as we'll be creating our custom. So we can right click, delete, force delete. So that's our scene for now. And let's create a base material. So to create a material, you need to right click, select material. Since we're going to create this as the base material, we're going to name it as base. You can double click that one. Now in a material editor, you have a set of properties that you can assign to the material, like base color, which is the actual color of the material. There's metallic, which specify how metallic that material is. Specular, that's the highlight you get on it. Roughness is what it says, how rough the material is. Now specular and roughness depend on each other a lot, so setting one may affect the other. Then there's emissive color, that's sort of self-glowing effect. And the normal, which is sort of high poly details on your material. Then there's world position. We're not going to go deep into this one, so we'll just create a basic material setup for stylized look. So for the base color, we are going to press 3 and left click. That brings a vector 3 parameter, as color has 3 parameters: red, green and blue, and you can plug that directly into base color. Now for metallic, specular and roughness, we are going to create 3 scalar values. So for that, press S and click, and you can name the first one metallic. You can even right click and say scalar parameter. It's the same thing, and you can type in the value then, specular. And the third one would be roughness, and all you have to do is plug them in to the respective columns. Now for the default value, you can give 1 to metallic for now. The value you give here will be the default value. You can change that later if you find that unfit. And as for color, also we can select a base color, maybe white to start with. And basically that's our base material. Yes. Now to use that material, all you have to do is right click, create material instance, let's say for this platform. So we'll name it m underscore platform top, and we can select the platform, drag and drop it here. This slot is for the top. Now we want the top to be like a green grass, so we can come in here, turn on these values. Okay, we forgot to can make this as parameter as well, so just right click, convert to parameter, and we can call this color. So now we can edit that in instance as well. So now that color will also come as a parameter value you can change. So for the grass we'll have something green, maybe a touch lighter. It won't be metallic, so for metallic we'll turn it to 0, and the rest is fine. So now we have a green top. Now for the bottom we can right click, duplicate the same, and we can call this platform base, and we can drag and drop it here. And for the base color we're going to select something that's in the range of maybe light brown. Yeah, something like this might look good. Alright, same for the trees. There's two, the top green and the bottom. We can use the same, or we can create a new one. So right click, create material instance, m underscore tree top, and same we did for platform. We'll come here and give the values for them. So we're gonna turn metallic 0. As for the color, it's gonna be again green, but maybe a bit darker than the platform, something like this. And we can drag and drop it here. And the tree, oh no, that's not the right. Okay, if you have multiple assets that share the same, what you can do is go into asset itself, and you can drag and drop the material here, so it applies to all the instances on the stage. So we can drag and drop here. That's this one. Alright, and similarly we'll duplicate this one, call this tree trunk, and we are going to select a dark brown for this one. And we are going to add that here. So that's for the tree 1. We can repeat the same process for other trees as well. So tree 2 and tree 3, and we are going to drag the same materials over here. Alright, and same for 2. Now for the rock, we're going to create another material instance. We're going to call this m underscore rock. Again, the metallic value will be 0. We can have it a touch darker, so it's going to be around gray dark. And again, we can get into all this rock here and drag and drop the material there. So what this does is, now every time you drag and drop the asset, that material will be part of it. You don't have to assign it again and again. So yeah, that looks good start for our level design. In the next video we'll continue further.